Hi and welcome to Visual Basic tutorial of hotel management system developed using SQLite Database. Now let me show you guys how this works. Right here I have the details of a customer called Waters. If you guys can notice, you can see that the W there is a lowercase, and right here this is a DatagridView. The DatagridView shows his details right here. That's his name in lowercase. We can always select that, come right here and just change that to uppercase and click on update. Scroll right down and that's it. It's now in uppercase. We can even come right here. Let's see, we have some duplicated names here, or someone like a name like Julie. In the case of Julie, the email address is missing right there. We can always go there and just get that sorted as well. All we just need to do is come in here and just enter Julie's details and click on updates. So that's the customer's details and the name is Julie. Just pick that up and there we go, guys. I've changed details of Julie, which include the address, the postcode, telephone number. We now have an email address for Julie. And most of the data in here are changed. So have a good look at Julie right there. And all I just need to do now is, even there's no tax, subtotal and so on, all I need to do now is make sure that Julie's data is selected, and we'll come right here. You see where we have update, click on update. There we go, and Julie's data is now rectified. Let's see, let's select that Julie. We have email for Julie, the telephone number is there, and now scroll right down and I have all Julie's details in there. So one other thing we can do with this application is as you can see, we have duplication of Tony Montana data. We can just hit on delete. Just select it and delete. Okay, and one other thing is we can even print. Click on print. There we go. So all you just need to do is hit the print button. I don't have a printer on my system, so I'm gonna close that. There we go. So guys, this is just an overview. The full tutorial will be made available very shortly. Okay guys, let's start a new project. I'm going to click on create new project right here. Right, create project dialog is ready, so I'm going to select Visual Basic right there. Let's click on Visual Basic and select next. Let's give our project a name. I'll call it Hotel DB. Let's click on create. Right, now the development environment is ready. I'm going to click on the properties and come right down here. You see where we have the size. I will change the size to 1386 by, let's go for 788. I'm going to pin this down there. So my form is ready now. Then the next thing is, let's come straight to the toolbox right here. If you don't have your toolbox, all you need to do is to go to window and just click on reset window layout. So let's go back to the toolbox. Click on the toolbox. I need what is known as a panel or a plane here. Let's come right down. There we go. I'll just draw that in there. Now let's go straight to the properties of this panel. And right here you see where we have the border style. I'm going to change it to fixed 3D. And just bring this right here. I need 3 of those. So I'm going to copy. Hold on to your control, click and drag. Then hold on to the control again, click and drag. Bring this one right down here. Now the very first one, this one, let's change the size of that. So for this one, I'm going to make the size approximately Let's go for about 394 by 649. That's the very first one here. The second one here, let's move this one very close to the first one, and the size of that will be 946 by 482. There. Okay, I'm going to collage this so that you can see how that looks like. Now let's bring this one down here. You see this very one? Okay, let's change the whole size of this. All we just need to do is drag it that much and just drag it all the way to fit this very one here. There. And that is it. Okay, now that that is done, the next thing I want to do is right in here, I'm going to add a DatagridView. There we go. And just draw it right here, all the way. That's all I need to do to the DatagridView. That's in position, so that's fine. And bring it down. Now let's come in here. You see this very first one? We have to know the name. The name is panel 1 right there. Okay, the very first panel 1, let me pin this down. I need the following. I need a label and text box. Now let's enhance the size of this label and text box. For both the label and the text box, I'm going to change the font size to about 16 bold. There we go. And now just move it up a little bit. And let's just copy it across, or downwards, I mean. So hold on to your control, click and drag. We have 2, 3, and we have 6. Make that 7. There we go. Now I also need more labels here, so I'm going to copy all of these, click, hold on to your control, click and drag, bring it right down. Very good. There. Now I need the combo box. There we go. One combo box here. Let's change the size of that combo box to about 16 as well. Make that bold. There. Just take it up, move it up a little bit. Okay, so we need maybe about 4 combo box. Make that 5. Hold on to the control, click and drag. That's 4. One more. And bring it down. Very good. Now, okay, we're gonna need maybe 2 more of these. Just bring it down. Yeah, that will do. And let's add 2 more of these here. Then we'll arrange it properly. Now, what else do we need? Let's move all of these down a little bit. Bring it down, and we need, that will be data, date and time picker right there. 1 here, copy paste, and I'm going to need 1 more. Just 1 more of those. Let's get rid of this one here, right here. Get rid of that. Click, drag and drop. Okay, and copy these ones across. There we go. Now I need some labels here, so let's go for 4 of those. Drag, drop it here. Okay, 4 labels, and copy another 4 labels again. Hold on to the control, copy. You see these 4 labels that we've just copied? Come right here where the properties is, or where the properties are. right here where we have auto size, change the properties to false. The color, back color, make that white, and the border style, make that fixed 3D. Now scroll right down to the text content here and get rid of that, and that should give you the form of a text box. There we go, that's fine. Now the next thing is we need some buttons, so we're going to need about 6 buttons. And draw. So change the font size of this button to about, let's go for 18, and the size of the button, can make that 400. Okay, make that 18 first, 18 bold, and the size will be, okay, let's determine the size by the space we have in here. So let's just copy, hold on to the control, copy and drag. And one more. Okay, that will do. I can always adjust the way it looks. There we go, that's it right there. Now let's start with the naming of each component. This one is going to be known as customer. Customer reference. There, that's the very first one. So that's customer reference there. I'll copy all of this and just move it aside so that we have enough room for that. Now the next one that will be referred to, I think maybe we should call that first name. That would do, first name, this very one. First name. But while we are at it, I might as well just name this text box. This text box is going to be known as txt first name. Why this one is going to be known as txt customer or cost, txt customer, txt customer reference. Yeah, this one will be known as surname. And I'm going to change the text content name to txt surname. Now I believe you guys get the whole idea. I'm going to speed that up and get back to you shortly. Okay guys, this is how the whole system looks like. So let's run it for the very first time. Click on run. And there we go guys, that's how the interface looks, but nothing is happening right now. Okay, nothing is happening. It looks good though, but nothing happened. So let's end that. So the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to go back to my toolbox. I just need the object for printing. So it's called print document. Double click on the print document, and I also need the print preview. Double click on that. So I have both objects right there. There they are, print document and print preview. So select your print preview, come right here, you see where we have the properties, and right here where we have the document, drop that down and let's select print document, because you're going to need that right when you want to preview, and that's it. But before we go ahead with any programming or with the coding, so what I will do is I'm going to go to my SQLite database here, and let's create a new database. So I'm going to go to file and select new. Then we have to save this file. I'm going to save it straight into my project location. So let's search for that, and right here that's my project there. Double click on it, and the name of my database, I'll just call it hotel. That's it. Okay, just hotel, and click on save there. So I'm going to call the table, just call the table hotel as well. That is it right there. Now the first field would be ID, and this ID will become my I'm going to make that my primary key. You see where we have double N, that will be none. That means you must enter a value there. Okay, integer, not no, that means you must always enter a value in there. I'm going to make this my primary key. I want it to auto increment and select this, make it a unique number. Okay, that's taken care of. The next one is going to be, I'm just going to call that cost reference. Okay, this very cost reference, I'm going to make it text. Another one, that will be first name, text as well. Surname, and that will be text. Let's go for address. So I'm going to now speed that up and get back to you guys shortly. Alright there guys, there we go. Finish up with the database. Let's move it down. Okay, I think I have about 22 records in total. 22 fields actually in total. Okay, bring it down. Apart from the primary key, the rest of them are all set as text and total day, that is integer as well. There, have a good look at it. Take it from the top and bring it right down. There. Okay, I'm going to click on OK. And for those of you who prefer to write the SQL statement, there they are. The system will actually generate it for you. Alright, so let's click on OK. There. Close the SQLite database. There. I'm back to my main program here. Okay, let's start work with the coding. So the first one I'll take care of will be the exit. Double click on the exit keys. So let's declare a variable there. I'm going to call that dim iExit as dialog result. There we go. That's it right there. Double click on that. And right underneath, I'm going to say let's try and catch whatever error that we might face. So the first thing I'm going to do in there now, I'll say iExit equals message box dot show, just in case if we have any error while exiting. So it's better you actually prompt your customer to confirm if they will want to exit or not. So my first argument in there is confirm if you want to exit or not. That's the very first argument. The second argument would be just the name of my system, so I'm going to enter that in a quote as well. So I'll just call it hotel system. The third argument, that is going to be, that will be message box buttons dot yes or no, and comma, the other argument will be for my icon, so let's call that message box icon right there. And what kind of an icon do I want in there? Let me just press enter so that will take it down here. The icon that I want in there, I'm going to say dot, let's just use question. There. Now press enter. Now let's use if statement to validate the selection made by the end user. If iExit equals dialog results dot yes, then application dot exit dot exit. Okay, that takes care of the exit. But supposing we have an error, if we have an error, we can always use a message box here. Let the system just give us its own message. So I'm going to copy this message and just paste it in here, the message method. So I'm going to say ex dot message, and that's it. Okay, so that takes care of the error handling Okay, the error handling code, and it also take care of the exit. So if I try that out, there we go. Let's try out exit. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. So that takes care of the exit lines of code. Now let's go back to the design. Let's take care of reset. Double click on resets. All I want to do is to be able to reset all my components here. Each of the components is named with regards to their labels. Okay, so I'm going to be addressing each component because it's a lot of components. Instead of me naming each of them individually, I'm just going to sort of like run them all up. Okay, so those are the names. You can choose whatever you like for yours as well. So let's come right down here, double click on reset, and the first thing I want to do with reset is I'm going to declare the following variable: dim txt, the prefix for the text box, and I will also dim cbo, that's the prefix for my combo box, as control. There, press enter. So the first thing is, let's use try again, and right inside the try, what I'm going to enter will be, let's use a for loop, for each txt, in panel 1 dot control. Because I have a panel there, that's why I'm calling the panel. If you don't have a panel, that means you're going to end up using me.control. But because I have a panel, the panel is on top of the form. Dot controls, right? So let's use an if statement. If type of txt is a text box, then we want the system to clear whatever we have inside txt equals clear. There, that's all there is to that. So make sure it's end, and we've also got it nested here. Okay, so you can repeat this exactly the same thing. I'm going to copy this, copy, paste it right underneath here for the combo box, because I have about 7 or 8 of those. So I'm going to change this to CBO. Copy, change that to CBO, another CBO here, one here, one here, there. So that takes care of that. Now the other thing that I need to take care of is the date and time. So right underneath, I'm going to say date time picker. I have 3 of those. Dot, that is going to be reset text. There, that takes care of that. So I'm going to copy that. I have 3, 2, 3, and just change the numbers 2 and 3 there. And what else do I have? I have some text, some labels that I'm using for my output. LBL date right there. Dot text equals clear. Copy that, paste that in there. LBL tax clear. LBL subtotal, clear that as well. And LBL total, clear. That's it. All we then need to do is just to enter our message box here if we have an error, which you can always go up here and just copy and paste it right there. That takes care of that. There. If I run my program now, this is what we'll see. Okay, oh, fortunately I spot that before I run it. Okay, you see here, that's not meant to be a text box, that's meant to be a combo box, the name of the object. Okay, so don't make that mistake. Alright, this one is for text box and this one is for combo box. So have a good look at it again, the lines of code for resets. Okay, so now let's run it and see how that's going to look like. There we go. So let's try it out. Enter whatever data in here, and here we don't have anything here. I'm going to show you guys how to take care of that. Let's change these dates. Today's date is 21st, but let's just change it so that we can reset it and make sure that it works. And here is nothing. Now these are all labels. I can't enter anything into them for now, so let's click on reset. There we go, and all the dates change back to today's date. So that takes care of the reset button. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.